and that's fine. All right, good morning, everyone. This is the pre-market poll scan for Friday, May the 26th, 2017. The time is now 15 minutes after 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I know there is a plethora of questions regarding what's been happening in these markets, specifically Bitcoin, gold and silver. And of course, you guys are itching and scratching and wanting to know what is up with these pulse waves, man. What's up with these price triggers? What's a 78? What's a 1? What's a 2? I told you, I told you, I told you, I warned you. I told you I've been in the lab all week working on the 2-bar Charlie for you. I know we got a lot of new people. We got some old heads too. So I wanted to teach you how to do the methodology manually, but I figured what would be better would be able to, if I were just to add it to the price triggers, and that way you have it in advance. So it took a while to do. It's something that I've been wanting to do and working on doing for a long time, actually. It's taken a year for me to figure out how to do that, how to add without taking away something, how to take something that's already super complex and make it even more complex, how to build a better mousetrap. I mean, the system is already dope, but I wanted to add just a little something extra because I get a lot of inquiries about the 2-bar Charlie, the methodology, how to look at it, what's what. And you do need to know how to do it manually because it is important that you know how to do that, because sometimes you're not going to have time to do a lot of things, or you may not be near your computer or whatever. I mean, you may not have the price triggers in front of you. It could be anything. So it's always good to know how to do it manually. But I finally cracked it and was able to figure out how to get it, how to superimpose the algos to the already existing algo set. Hold on one second. Yeah, it took some doing. It took a year to figure out how to do it so that you don't overlap things, and it's so complicated. I couldn't even explain it to you. Only thing I can just tell you is just trust and believe that it exists, it's there, and you probably won't even notice it. But I'm so hype over it because when I finally figured out how to do it and just look at how the week was going, man, only thing I'm hoping and praying is that, um, you know, we don't get phone calls, people trying to accuse me of insider trading. I mean, look, the price triggers are what they are. They exist, and that's all I can tell you. I was looking at like silver yesterday on the close, that 5 o'clock and the 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time close for the mini contract. And I'll be darned if the price trigger, the 2-bar Charlie price trigger, the market closed right on it. That was crazy, man. I was just bugging over that. So anyway, you guys are gonna see it in the days to come. I don't know if you had a chance to peep the the demo version I put on there. I put a demo under the Algo Shift tab. I superimposed the 2-bar Charlies on that tab the other day, and I wanted to see if anyone had a chance to play around with it and look at it and notice anything. If you did, please let me know what you noticed. If you guys didn't get around to doing it, that's cool because today's sheet is full of it. So let's knock out this market stuff, and then we're gonna go over the additions that I added to make things a lot easier for you guys. I realize we have such a different diverse group of people. We got your long-term old school buy and hold people, where all they do is buy, they don't sell short, they buy, and that's it. Um, Then you got your traders, you got your stackers, you got just a big mix. And then you got your noobs that don't know anything about anything. So I wanted to simplify, take something so complex and make it so simple. What you have to do is just look at the sheet and then place your tickets, and that's it. So the price triggers are they've been just showing off this week, something awesome. And the analytic portion of the pulse wave system is what I've beefed up for you to make it even easier to read the analytics. So you can just look at the sheet and automatically know what's going on in any given market, and also be able to anticipate where the market's headed. Now, I was reading in the chat room that someone noticed that the stop runner price trigger was a little off, and you're absolutely right. And that's because I forgot when I did the upgrade, I forgot to include that particular indicator. So I will be fixing that and uploading a new sheet for you on that. I'll do that later this morning. So just wanted to bring it to your attention that yes, I'm aware that the stop runner is off because I failed to upgrade that with everything else, because that's a separate mechanism. So needless to say, I'm just super excited about what all this means, and I'm going to break it down for you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and knock out what's going on in the overnight market. All right. I warned everybody about bonds. I tried to tell you that rates have no choice but to go down. So if you're shopping for a mortgage, I told you could let that rate float. I meant what I said. You do not have to lock in your rate. And today, as it stands, the bond now is at 154.03. Okay, I told you that's what the bond price was not going down. Yields are not going up. The Fed cannot raise the rates yet. They can't. How are you gonna raise rates with yields falling? You can't. You cannot. It's a mathematical impossibility. So this is where we are. Bonds are strong. They're in a retracement, and if they go supernova on you, look out. The Dow is off 14 points today at 21,049. It maintained that 21,000 close. So if it closes above 21,000 today, look out, because that's going to be your new floor as the Dow marches to 22,000. All right. I did say 21 to 22,000 was going to be that end of year target. I did say that. And we've already bested the 21,000 part, so now we're running to 22. The NASDAQ 100 hit 57.91. We're at 57.79 and 3/4 now, down 2 1/4 points, and it's racing toward 5,800. I'm telling you, you're going to hit 5,800. You got within 5 points of it yesterday. All right, you came within 5 points of my 5,800 price target. Did I not say 5,800? I said 5,800 when we were down there by 55. Did I not? All right. Your E-mini S&P 500 is down 2 1/4 points at 24.11 1/4. If it closes above 24, like I said, look out, because then the Dow and the S&P are going to stay parabolic. And as it stands right now, your Dow, your NASDAQ, and S&P, and even your Nikkei are parabolic right now. And we'll get into that later. All right, looking at crude oil. Crude oil is at 48.95. All right, right now it's up about 7 cents. Your dollar's at 97.43. It's up about 18 ticks. Your euro is down 33 pips at 111.83. I told you 112 was resistance. I did say that. Let's see. The pound is at 128.31, down 114 pips. Look out below. Anybody short in that pound? Anybody short in that pound? because that pound is getting pounded. If you are short in the pound, you are going to want to make sure you are locking in your stops. All right, lock them things in. Okay, let's keep it moving. Gold is up $10.90. Oh, make that $11 now at $12.70.80. All right, we just hit $12.71.50. So gold is on fire. All right, silver is at $17.31, up 14 cents. And your nat gas is at $3.30. All right, and it's up 2 cents, 2.5 cents. So there you have it, folks. The markets are doing what they're doing. The post-wave price triggers warned at the beginning of the week what was what. And if you did what you were supposed to do, then you would have benefited from these movements. That's what these post-wave price triggers are for, to get you on the right side of the market when you need to be on the right side of the market. It's just that simple. And of course, nothing's perfect. I'd be lying if I told you it was. But for the most part, you have to admit it's been spot on. You've been able to ride these levels up to where they are today. Now, remember, today is Take Back Friday, but it has a twist. All right. I do believe Monday is what, Memorial Day, holiday, whatever. So there's a chance that we could have kind of an inverse situation. I've never known the markets to go down on special holidays like Memorial Day and stuff like that. 4th of July, Memorial Day, you know, things like that. Just really doesn't. And Christmas, you know, the market's always up. So all things being equal, we could see the stock market catch a bid here. All right. Your Bitcoin's at, I think, 24.99.97. So it's hovering around the 2,500 level right now. Still off a couple of $100 from the high. All right. Profit taking. I told you the big bank players were in here doing what they were doing. So your round of selling may not be over yet. All right, let's take a look at what we got. Coming into today, we do have a crash alert on the Bitcoin. All right, so the selling is not necessarily over yet. And remember, these indicators lead the market 3 to 5 days out. All right, so we do have, you know, bullish momentum still in the market, locked in. It's still locked in the market, but it's not parabolic anymore. Remember, Bitcoin was parabolic. We show it in a locked uptrend right now, so it's bullish. It's still a buy, you know, long-term buy, long-term hold, whatever. But it's not. It's just not parabolic. It could relock in on next week easily. All right. Now, with that being said, let's break it down. Look at your Bitcoin on your sheet. You can go to the Forex tab or the Indices tab and look at your Bitcoin. All right. You'll notice on the Bitcoin that the last couple days you saw a 78. 78 on the sheet means parabolic. That's what that means. It means the trend is parabolic. All right. That's what that means. 78 is parabolic. 70 is just a powerful locked-in trend, but 78 is parabolic. All right. That's tulip bowl. All right. That's a bubble territory. All right. It means it's insane. So there's an insane amount of energy in that market. It's parabolic. All right. So now you know what the 78 is. 78 means parabolic. If you see a 1, that is a phase 1 pulse wave. Phase 1 pulse wave means that you have a enough bullish momentum in that market that it is now starting a phase 1 uptrend. All right, that's a phase 1 uptrend. If you see a 2 in the trend column, 2 means take profit and run. Take the money and run. The market has topped. All right, it means a short-term top is in the market, and you need to tighten up your stop to where your sell stop recommendation is on the sheet. Tighten your stop to that stop loss. Use that stop trigger and let the market stop you out. If it does not stop you out, you just simply cancel, replace your ticket each day. As long as there's a 2 in there, just be prepared that the market is probably going to stop you out and turn. If it doesn't, that's fine. But 9 times out of 10, if you see a 2 in the trend column, that means that the market has turned. All right, it's topped out, short-term top. Be prepared to take the money and run. If you haven't tightened up your stop to the recommended stop on the sheet, you are to do so ASAP. That's what that means. Or if you have no stop, you are to put one in at the recommended stop on the sheet ASAP. Okay? That's what that means. So if you see a 2 and you've been bullish something, take the money and run. That's what it's telling you. Take the money and run. Let's look at a few examples of take the money and run so that there's no confusion on how to read this. All right. On the US dollar index, you've had the take the money and run on here. All right. You have a 2 in the uptrend column. That's telling you that if you have been long this market, then you do well to tighten up that stop so that you can take the money and run. And if you look at today's in the overnight market, it would have stopped you out. All right, you would be stopped out already, and you wouldn't be taking any further losses. All right, so that's how that works. Likewise, the Russell Index, feeder cattle, you see wheat, live cattle, palladium futures, you see all of that there. All right, so that's what that means when you see that. So now you know exactly how you should be reading that. All right, now let's look at a couple of other examples. I thought I had that on here. Just bear with me for a second. All right, let's see here. Bear with me. I need to fix this real quick. All right, we're going to do thought I had this on here, but I obviously didn't. So let's see. Let me get my notes out. Let's see, where did we put everything? Here it is. Okay. So, all right, we're going to add and shop. Okay. Okay, these right here, AutoZone, Cone, AMD, NVIDIA, and Shop. These are some brand new longer term plays that I am putting into the mix. So I wanted to add this so you could see it, because these are going to be added pronto. All right, let's see here. Where do I want to put them? And these are for next week. And I'm going to go by what's on the sheet, so there's no guessing. Just letting you know where I'm going to be looking to operate. All right. Okay. So as you can see here, these starting from hack all the way down, this is where we're looking to operate going forward. AMD has been holding steady. You see so far It's been playing around that 1080 level on AMD. Okay. Now, what I'm going to end up doing more than likely is I'm going to go ahead and probably get out and go flat on the AMD for today, and then I'll reevaluate on the other ones, and I'll update in the trading room a little bit later. So we'll see. All right, but your Bitcoin, you can see it's falling more. GBTC is falling. All right, like I told you, it's not over with yet. This is probably going to 300 to close that final gap. All right, and likewise with if you're long gold, okay, just use the stop recommended on the sheet today. All right, and depending on where we close, as long as it closes above the momentum line, you're good to go. If it does not close above that momentum line, then you're going to want to make some hard decisions so that you can protect your profit, especially over a holiday. All right, so that's pretty much it. We got opening bell now, so I will meet the rest of y'all in the room. Is there any questions about what we covered as far as the new add-ons for the price triggers? Anybody have any questions? No questions. So everybody understands the new add-ons. Okay, that's what's up. All right, let's see. Many times reverse splits return to the prior price levels. Dry ships reverse from $1 to $7. Do you see this playing out? 9 times out of 10, yeah, to be honest with you. I mean, ever since the last split, where did it go? It went to like $5, $7, something like that, and we've been dropping ever since. Now we're at 3. It's just so hard to tell with the dry ships. That's such a long-term play. It's a toy. You know what I'm saying? That's one of our toy stocks. It's a lottery ticket. It's definitely a lottery ticket. But we do have a post-wave price trigger entry on it today. Do y'all see that? We haven't had a buy on this one in a minute. But we got one today. But look how tight the stop is on it too, though. See what I'm saying? That's a tight stop. So do with it as you wish. I was thinking about getting a few shares of it today. If it triggers, I probably will. We'll see. But yeah, this one's one to watch. It has a rally alert today. What are you going to do with that? But you see big money too locked in on the downside on this. So play with that as you wish too. And the thing is, I don't know if those are stops or not, or if those are buy limit orders. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard to pick that out. I just know that under the negative momentum column, you see a lot of stuff there. Sometimes the negative momentum column picks up on the lower end of the price ladder. So it's not necessarily sell stops to be ran, but if it is, it's just letting you know that there's something there. All right, there's big money down there. So just keep that in the back of your mind. All right, and the stock runner is showing today's support being ran. So there's some money down there. All right, let's see. Someone says they're buying more ships to be delivered this year, so they're in business. I'm looking for it to hit $1 to add. Yeah. Let's see. If gold can close above 1260, I guess the bullish trend is intact and chance of smash now would be decreased. Yeah, that's all right. Let me deal with it. Yeah, dry ships is in play, man. I can't front. Dry ships is in play. All right, on the gold. Yeah, that price entry today was triggered, and look where the support is. Notice how the overnight low is right below that. No, it's not. Hold on, I'm looking at something wrong. No, yeah, it is right below that. Look at today's stop. Look at today's stop on the sheet. That's the support. If that support's taken out, then you know they're going to run it. But I don't see that. I don't see big money there. I see algos on, but remember, algos are short term. All right, high frequency trading is is short term. All right, they're in and out within seconds, or at least by the end of the day. They don't hold anything overnight. Just remember that the robots are intraday stuff. So right now, that support is a strong key support, and it should not be taken out on a pullback. All right, so we should be sitting good. And notice how on your uptrend column on the gold futures, you have what? A 1. Da-da-da-da-da, you got a 1. Now, it's showing you, too, that we're still in the Kumo cloud. You see that 88 in the downtrend? You're still in the Kumo cloud, but you're bullish the Kumo cloud in the gold. All right, let me just pull up the chart for those of you who don't see what I'm talking about. Let's pull it up. All right, here's the daily chart. All right, where we've popped out of that Kumo cloud. All right, on the daily chart. All right, that's what we wanted to see. So you can ride these slopes up here, okay, these ramps. Now on the weekly, this is what you are. On the weekly, you were technically still in the cloud. It's trying to burst out of that cloud, which is what we wanted to see on the weekly chart. Because if it would have stayed in the chart, it's telling us we would have had at least 2 to 3 more weeks of sideways activity. Remember, I gave you that 4 to 6 week time frame. All right, and we're already coming out now, and this is the 4th. All right, look how many weeks you've been in the cloud. Okay, a couple of months you've been in the cloud. Now you're coming out. All right, so on the weekly, we just need to close above 1251.70 today. We need to close above 1251.70 today to maintain bullishness. On the daily, we need to close the same, 1257.10, just in reverse, moving the numbers around. So 1257.10 is what we need today on the daily chart. So don't worry about it, man. You good. All right, so everybody got it? You see how we're reading this now? So we're bullish to Kumo cloud, which we are. You got a 1, so that's definitely a buy and a hold if you're long. Placing your stop where you are. You can hold this over the weekend. You don't have to be afraid. You got positive momentum locked in under the momentum column. Under the negative momentum, it showed you the bots. You got a bot check. All right, meaning you that the high frequency bots may try to come in and sell it, but then again, they may not. All right. They may just go ahead and get long too. So there you have it. And we're moving higher right now as we speak. So we're good to go. All right, and same thing with silver. All right, silver has a stage 1. It's in a stage 1 right now. Okay, stage 1 bull momentum. All right, a 5 in the uptrend column is stage 1. All right, so we're in stage 1, and 18 is stage 2. All right, so you're in stage 1 right now, and 18 is stage 2, right? A 50 would be stage 3. A 70 is a stage 1 pulse wave. A 78 is a stage 2 parabolic pulse wave. A 52 is a full-blown correction, and a 2 is a sign of a top. All right? So there you have it. That's how to read the sheet. All right. Anybody else? Any questions about the sheet? If you missed the beginning, don't worry. It's being recorded. I'm going to upload it, and you'll be able to peep it. Everybody good to go? Okay. All right. So HK is cool. All right. Kevin's cool. Anybody else cool? Any questions? All right. Then so be it. I'm going to run, and I'll see y'all in the trading room a little later this morning. I'm going to rerun the algos and update the updated sheet so that the momentum column, the stop runner is fixed. Okay. All right, people. Peace out. Everybody have a blessed weekend, and enjoy the holiday. And I'll see y'all in the room a little later. Peace. So, what is up? with these pulse waves, man. What's up with these price triggers? What's a 78? What's a 1? What's a 2? I told you, I told you, I told you, I warned you. I told you I've been in the lab all week working on the 2-bar Charlie for you. I know we got a lot of new people. We got some old heads too. So I wanted to teach you how to do the methodology manually, but I figured what would be better would be able to, if I were just to add it to the price bar Charlie, the methodology, how to look at it, what's what. And you do need to know how to do it manually because it is important that you know how to do that, because sometimes you're not going to have time to do a lot of things, or you may not be near your computer or whatever. I mean, you may not have the price triggers in front of you. It could be anything. So it's always good to know how to do it manually. But I finally cracked it and was able to figure out how to get it, how to superimpose the algos to the already existing algo set. Hold on one second. Triggers, and that way you have it in advance. So it took a while to do. It's something that I've been wanting to do and working on doing for a long time, actually. It's taken a year for me to figure out how to do that, how to add without taking away something, how to take something that's already super complex and make it even more complex, how to build a better mousetrap. I mean, the system is already dope, but I wanted to add just a little something extra because I get a lot of inquiries about the 2-bar, and that's fine. All right, good morning, everyone. This is the pre-market pulse scan for Friday, May the 26th, 2017. The time is now 15 minutes after 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I know there is a plethora of questions regarding what's been happening in these markets, specifically Bitcoin, gold and silver, and of course you guys are itching and scratching and wanting to know. Yeah, it took some doing. It took a year to figure out how to do it so that you don't overlap things, and it's so complicated. I couldn't even explain it to you. Only thing I can just tell you is just trust and believe that it exists, it's there, and you probably won't even notice it. But I'm so hype over it because when I finally figured out how to do it and just look at how the week was going,